next topic is a discussion really amongst the board, because nobody's presenting, on opening all the town board meetings to the public as of April 1st, 2021, with COVID safety protocols in place.
I'm in favor.
Thank you, John.
Do we, just so that everyone knows the expectations and the parameters around what those protocols are, do we have an idea of how many people can be in the room with those protocols in place?
In here,
Because that's something we might want to add to the
this is why it's a
announcement.
discussion, is because where Karen took, was helpful in setting up a draft that she gave to us. Yeah,
Okay,
I think it's in your guys' packets.
okay.
And I thought that what Karen put together
Oh,
as a
here it is.
draft was pretty darn solid. You know, certainly, you can almost read between the lines of this to say, and I don't even know if you have to read between the lines, we know what the fire marshal says the occupancy is in here. We could do, you know, inside the room, we could go to 50%, you know, we could be conservative, even though the governor is changing things by the minute and opening up. Whatever we decide today, I mean, heck, if the governor keeps opening up like he has been, April 1st is 21 days away. This might be moot in a lot of ways. I mean, he keeps redoing that executive order, Charlie, that is that municipalities can have their public meetings not in attendance. But wouldn't it be funny if in the next 21 days, as we stood here and try to put together how we're going to do this, he drops it. But even if he did drop it,
Yeah, you've got something in place.
right.
I think this is a good idea.
We wouldn't just open it up like, you know, and put all the chairs back out there and whatever. We would want to separate them out, have the staging area outside with chairs, similar to what Karen has put in there. And, you know, the reality is this, and we know this. You guys know it way better than me because you've been on the town board for a lot longer than me. How many people come to these meetings? Now, when you have a controversial issue or whatever, we would have the lead time to that, and Karen already has, where you got to sign up to come.
Yeah, I wanted to just be sure that all of these protocols and all of these restrictions are put out to the public in advance so that they know in advance of how it's going to work.
Well, and it's funny, Patty, because, I mean,
And I'm sure that Karen's going to put that out on every media page we have.
Well, yeah, it'll go, once you approve it, it will go out tomorrow. But we have redone all the agendas, so all the protocol will be on the agendas.
Your microphone.
You should have also in
yeah.
that. So it'll be on every agenda as well.
I would move we adopt this format for the fall board meetings moving from April 1st forward.
Karen, thank you for your work on that.
Second.
Wait, all right, before you vote, can I comment on a couple things, or just?
Of course you can, Charlie.
Thank you. I just want you to know, I talked to the assessor today. She likes this idea for the Board of Assessment review hearings. Not that we have a lot of people sitting in,
Right.
but last year we had to do it virtually. It's really not satisfactory. I can tell you, having been counsel to that board for 15 plus years, much better to have the people here present.
Yeah.
You do have, it is an open meeting by law, so that's another problem with doing it virtually, doing that particular kind of a meeting virtually, because it's not a regular thing like these meetings of the planning or zoning boards of appeals. Generally, what happens is the only people they come in are the people that are waiting to be heard next.
Right.
But I would like to expand, if that's okay, expand this format for the Board of Assessment Review too.
Charlie, you know what's funny about that? And this is where, when we put agendas together, we have to be judicious in how many words we put on. This is for all the boards.
Okay.
And I'm glad but here's the thing. I was thinking planning board, I was thinking zoning board of appeals. I've already reached out to Barry, well now Jamie as the chair, and to Tony Kashani, because I just vet your members. Anybody have a problem with this? Because the first board meeting is April 1st. That's us, right here. All right? But then I think it's Tuesday, April 6th would be ZBA, or is that
Planning board,
right?
planning board. Yeah.
So everything I've gotten back from them, they're all cool with it. But I never thought about the assessment board of review.
Well, you would, because it's not a
What
regular.
is it, June?
They meet for a limited time from
May
the last Thursday by law, the
Yep.
last Thursday in May until they're done,
Right.
which is usually mid-June. So, yeah.
But to me, this would fall under the auspice of what, Bill, when you say, we're doing it for all the boards. Just so everybody's aware of that, that isn't just for the town board.
I just wanted to
You
clarify
know,
that as
and
part
I'm
of the
glad you did, because
resolution.
I never thought about the assessment board of review
Okay.
being under this purview too. And,
Well, the schematic that Karen provided clearly shows this room. So for any meetings that are held in this room.
pretty much, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I wouldn't even limit it to this room, because if there's, for example, if we're next door or something, I don't know, I mean, who knows? You know, there could be a time where there's Board of Assessment review hearings and there's a special hearing meeting in here, for example. But generally speaking, correct, we have our meetings in here.
And by the way, that's kind of an offshoot of this, action, reaction of COVID. Before COVID, workshops like this were not televised or
Correct.
live streamed. And now we've been doing it for the last year, and it was floated out there amongst the group in the last week. You think we should keep these being live streamed workshops after we got out of COVID? And everybody seemed to be like, yeah, why not?
Right.
So, not that we have to do a resolution for that or whatever, but, Bill, what Bill just said, are we doing a resolution for this?
He just made the resolution, I mean, why not?
Well, then I'll second it, Bill.
I think
John, are you
John
right?
seconded it already.
Oh, John's?
I think. I believe so. Sorry to take that away
No,
from you. I believe that was the case.
As long as you're here.
Dolly.
Okay. Councilman Abbott?
Hey, aye.
Cahill?
Aye.
Councilwoman Collins?
Aye.
Supervisor Clary?
Aye. And then that means Karen is gonna go and start marketing it or publicizing it. And it'll be a work in progress because, not for nothing, I wanna talk to the fire marshal and, we will right size it. And I would just like to think we should be conservative in that at first.
And those guidelines are most likely going to change.
Yes,
As soon as she publishes it, there'll be a change.
probably.
Well, I designed it so that the table configuration stays put for right now, because the planning and zoning, we do have members who have health issues, so
Yeah.
until everybody gets vaccinated, and then we can get everybody back up.
Get a microphone.
Great.
Thanks, Karen.
It'll be a moment.